I had to Google some names earlier. We'll see if they come up, or if
Googling names that are something backwards. Is that what you were doing today, Dave?
Yes, that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, funny things to spell backwards. Fucking goons.
I thought Rx was quite clever.
Yeah, I like it. It works. It's a good name for him.
There's a little bit of me in the character. A little bit. A little bit.
There's definitely a little bit. Okay, so we're all good. Everybody's set and ready to go.
I am.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So the cold open starts on a. I'm going to say this, and it's going to mean a lot to everybody, right? These newly formed propaganda squads, right? So the cold open reveals a propaganda squad, 3 elves encircling a half-elf who's basically like a town crier, right? Like a news barker, right? Somebody who's used to orating. And they're walking down the streets, which are deserted. And, he's got magically amplified his voice through a wand, right? And so he's yelling out, Lorik Lowen, here now, stripped of his title, on this 3 days past, assembled a quorum of governing bodies to declare all religion is evil, that he alone had seen and been shown the truth. Lorik, known to have been disturbed since the death of his son many years ago, claimed the old ways were wrong, cursed, and promised only death to those who trek into the ancestral lands. Acting decisively, King Saleo did open an investigation into the wounded mind of the former prefector, finding extensive communique to the Elven Supreme, missing and wanted at this time. Lorik is wanted into connection with his heretical outburst and his part at attack, and he would say a dwarven word, which we would understand to mean stone under mountain, which he continues, the seat of dwarven rulership. All persons should be aware a curfew is in order, while King Saleo, first of his name, restores order. And we just kind of see them walk off screen. Yeah.
Ooh,
King Saleo.
First of his name, eh?
First of his name, King Saleo. Hold on, I gotta do something about this light. It's kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a wee bit of sunshine glare.
I guess. How dare I want some sun in New York?
The new beard is amazing, eh?
Bro, it's like way less itchy than the last one.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of information for the party. I mean, I guess technically, if you wanted to have heard that, right, you could have. They're walking down every street, but our actual episode picks up, unless anybody wants something in particular, Rx coming out of the bar into the conversation with Snorri. Everybody remembers the conversation with Snorri.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty generous. I can't accept more than $15.
Well, I just watched it. I reran the episode, so I remember exactly how it went. And
I was there too.
I gave them peace. I was like, I'm gonna let this poor dwarf get his heart broken in private. I'm not gonna let on that he see me doing this. So I'm coming in after that conversation.
I definitely remember that.
I didn't have any part of that. I walk back in the place then. Is he still there when I go in? So I'll greet Snorri then. I'll say, hello friend, and I'll turn to Winifred and say, this is a friend of yours?
Yes, I think what sucks here is that he's offered me quite an enticing offer of marriage, but alas, I cannot take anything over a certain amount of gold, and I don't really know him, so.
And he's doing that thing where, like, they're talking about me. I'm right here.
I'm gonna look at the guy like, that's very bold of you, Master Dwarf, and I'll reach out my hand to shake his hand.
Yeah.
Well met, sir. I am Rx.
Yeah, he returns. He shakes your hand. He nods. He says, "Well, my brother said I needed to." He was married for a time, and not every dwarf, even feels familial in that way. And he nods. He says, "I didn't want to be improper, but my goodness, she has a lovely beard."
Yeah.
Whoa! It's so nice of you.
So
It's not just about your looks. It's not just about your looks, Winnie.
he finally complimented the beard, though, eh?
Finally did it.
This might not be the time, so I'm sorry for speaking honestly, but well, you and I are folk heroes of the same kind, and I just thought we had that in common.
Well, Snorri, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we've got a lot in common, actually, that we just haven't brought to the surface, you know, but I must say, I was judging your character a little bit prematurely just because you hadn't complimented my beard, and now that that's out of the way, I think we can really get down to the nitty-gritty, you know?
He says, I understand that you need to just hear who I am and see those actions proven true, but I couldn't keep running into you and not tell you my honest feelings.
Oh, well, that takes a lot of courage, and, you know, it's that courage that we need to help our friend and to get to the bottom of some of the questions that are kind of encircling this land, so I'd like to ask you if you'd help us.
I surely will.
And I will actually give a visible, like...
We got him.
Yes, absolutely.
We've been looking for this guy.
You think?
Yeah, this could be a different dwarf.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have my suspicions about this guy, and finally we can at least have a word with him.
So what's the plan? Do you want to you bring him inside, or are you having the conversation there?
I'm gonna punch fuck out him and interrogate him, mate. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, we just caught. He's on a chair with the bottom sawn out.
Right, yeah. No, well, obviously we buy him a drink first. That's how I start every one of these conversations, isn't it?
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
I think the whole reason we didn't go inside though was because super ominous and evil chick is in there.
Yeah,
we're
true.
avoiding yachting and staying together in a group with the animals so we can bolt.
Right.
We're avoiding yachting and her sister. Well, I'm avoiding the sister as well.
Yeah, I think there's a whole other side to that too.
Okay, so you want to just hang out outside then? That's fine.
Yeah, probably better outside, aye.
Okay.
But inside, so we don't get in trouble from the guys who said we had to be, because
Oh yeah, it's martial law.
we're locked down in place until order's been restored. So if we're outside, that's why I was in the barn.
Yeah, in the barn's fine. Like, basically, it's
Barn will have to do, I think.
get off the streets quickly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So feel free to ask. Right? He's kind of just, going back and forth on his feet, kind of looking to all of you expectantly. Like he wants to be right where he is, so he's satisfied.
Well, I mean, I don't know where to start with him. I've got my suspicions about him. This is all out of character. I don't want to spark this conversation with him because I think he's the fucker we're looking for, and I want to but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna let. He's the guy's in love with one of my companions. I'm gonna let her take over this one. I'm just gonna sit back and make observations about him because my suspicions about him. I'm just gonna make observations. I'm making notes, but I'll just kid on like I'm writing my story of Winifred the Humble, like I was doing.
Okay.
So, Snorri, I'm a woman of faith here, and there's been rumors that there's been this religious artifact that's been going about. Would you happen to know anything about it? My curiosity is piqued, and that would definitely get you some brownie points, I would say.
Yeah, he does that thing where he's like a little bashful, right? And he kind of looks around. And he says, "Well, I'm not the most proud of it, but yes, that was my brother and I. We he said it was okay for us to bring it to him. The purchase happened off the island. We were just delivery. I wasn't trying to get anybody in trouble."
No, I understand that. Where did you deliver it to, or have you delivered it?
Yeah, we did just a few nights ago. It just took me a while to find you. My brother, Eagle, he brought it in. I don't know who exactly they were, but, well, let me tell you, the meeting place was anything but clan. It was obvious. Big and rich. Yeah. Which is why I thought it'd be okay. You know, the rules don't apply to rich people.
Right. Were they folks like us, or, you know, were they elves, or
Elves. Yeah, elves. Yeah. Well, it's all done and over with now, and well, you're not going to get me in trouble, are you?
Oh, absolutely not.
Is that a lie?
I mean, right now it's not.
Your intention is not
to it, maybe.
Yeah, your intention is to not get him in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, okay. He nods. He says, "Well, Eagle and I we've been miners and diggers and sappers for as long as can be. Started off as nothing, got tapped for the army, right? And then when that all petered out, we kept digging and, you know, sold what we found. And well, he found something. He brought me to it, and so we took. It's like a helmet, but it was light. It was bright. It was weird. You put it on and you could see things. Places you hadn't been and languages I didn't understand. And Eagle said he heard it talking to him one time, and I think that was nonsense. But as we played with it and brought it to scribes and such, everybody seemed to agree. It was old, very old. It was elvish. Or at least most of the writing was in Elvish, and it was either made by the gods, many gods, all of the gods, the first god. I don't know.
Just see, while he's talking, like in the background, do I have the bardic lore check on this to know what he's talking about? The 5% per level.
You can give it a try.
It's 5%.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you looking for? Low roll? High roll?
I just rolled D100 and fire roll.
Yeah.
So I've got no idea what this is.
Yeah.
Would the helmet kind of look like our friend AI twin over here? What he's got on his head?
When we got here, we saw that, yeah, they must be digging up lots of this stuff. But this one wasn't attached to anybody. Anybody could wear it. I put it on one time, and then Eagle yelled at me, and I thought it was funny. Well, I didn't like the getting yelled at part, but yeah, you could see things, and it could take you places. Well, I don't know. All I know is we turned it over, and Eagle got a lot of money, and well, then the next night we heard there was a lot of trouble with all those biggity doos up in the Elven, you know, the lawyers and the politicians, and now all kinds of mess.
Scares the shit out of me that we're like level 1, 2 and we're mixed up in all this politics, like.
And we didn't exactly have kind rolls to start our levels with either.
Well, to be fair, you also didn't go investigate the treasure hunter much, did you?
So, but you happen to remember where the meeting place was?
Well, I can take you to the house, but they wouldn't let me back in. I could just point it from the street.
To start.
Don't know if we can go right now because of the lockdown.
You want me to stay around, stay here with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna go find myself a nice little hay bale, and I'm around if you got any questions.
Much
Winnie.
appreciated, Snorri.
Yeah, he just nods vigorously once.
Is Elmet there?
At one point you were talking to him, but I actually think he's probably gone back to talk to his parents again.
Okay.
because you kind of gave him the full court. Like, you got to think for yourself. You're hearing, that stuff's good and stuff's bad, and it's time.
Okay. So we were told that Primus or his representative would arrive at some point.
Yeah.
So we're just hanging out.
I would imagine so.
Trying to find out where his brother is. But, I mean, how are we going to find that out?
Can Snorri draw us a map
Yeah, maybe he could just draw us a map.
To what?
He doesn't need to show us.
to the house? He said he can take us to it, but could he just draw us a map so we could have an idea where it is, so in case he needs to leave, or we lose track of him?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. He'll start, sketching away.
Because I can always take a look at night. Easier to sneak around.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe we need to go back into the actual inn, though, to not bring any suspicion either. Because if I'm afraid if Primus sees Snorri, then we might be might recognize him. Maybe
I know we need to go back in there, but I'm just worried about who we might bump into in there as well. Right, so can I make a proficiency check for disguise, please, David, before going back in to try and just different facial hair, like tuck my ears back and make myself look human, wear a hat, just something so that I look different, so that I don't get recognised. Because I have a disguise kit and I have the disguise proficiency. I'd like to do that before I go in.
Yeah. Who are you trying to hide from?
Oh, hang on.
Yachting? Everyone?
Yeah. Apparently I'm very quiet on streams. Give me 1 second to just fix something.
No, you're good.
On stream, apparently I'm quiet.
Is that
Hang on 1 second.
a Dagior
That should be a bit.
the Far? A Dagior the Far? Am I saying that right?
That
Redeemed Bring Back Second Edition, and it worked. Look at that, we're playing Second Edition.
Playing second edition, right? Okay, sorry. So yeah, I need to roll proficiency for disguise. Then give me a second. I've not even got my character sheet up.
No, you're good.
Yeah, because I really don't want to be spotted by your thing.
I mean, bold of you to assume she's not just waiting in your room right now.
Okay, so she's waiting in our room right now.
Yeah, so did anybody want a scene in particular, or are you good to just cut to the next piece of action?
I mean, I'm very, very
I'm
tempted.
good.
I mean, I'm quite tempted to interrogate Snorri, but I'm not going to.
That was going to be one of... Yeah, this is going to be the other thing I asked, is just, he's okay with just sleeping outside in the barn. He's used to that, but I just didn't know if you wanted to invite him in.
I think the thing with inviting him in, though, is that we risk somebody seeing him and maybe recognizing him.
Okay, so go move along.
Yeah, I was just going to say, should Alicia stay in the barn to keep an eye on him, or do we trust him to stay?
Well, I think he'll stay.
That's true, he wants Winnie's hand.
I'll just walk up. Snorri, it's very crucial that you stay here for the time being. We're under a lot of watchful eyes right now, and I know that your dealings with that artifact maybe have come to others' attention, and so I don't want you to be in any harm's way, So if you wouldn't mind staying here, and we can give you a note or something when the coast is clear for you to come inside for better lodging.
Yeah, he kind of gets a worried look across his face. He says, they're always looking for me. I broke their laws, so I guess that's fair. Are you in trouble, Winnie?
No, we're in some precarious positions right now, but it's nothing we can't handle, and we've got Freya at our side as well.
He smiles at that. Says, will you let me know if I need to go? Pardon, but take care, anyone.
Oh.
I'll be right out here. You just holler.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he nods and settles back down. He's still working on the map.
Yeah, I'm not taking my eyes off him for the time being. I'm gonna at least always see what he's doing.
Sure.
I don't trust him.
I mean, so you're staying outside, or because you can't see him inside?
Yeah, if he's staying outside, that's what I mean. I'm gonna stay outside. I want to keep an eye on him.
Okay. All right. So the next scene that I have then is several hours later, whether people have fallen asleep or just grown bored with waiting, right? But early in the morning, something like a 2-3 p.m. kind of thing. Well, at least to me. I guess some people stay up late, but several elven guards, maybe 10, 12, have shown up, knocking at the doors, kind of poking their heads into the barn, right, walking the perimeter, a few of them lingering on the street. And I can speak from experience. I've been in 2 different hotels where the fire alarm has gone off and everyone's had to sort of vacate the premises. So, like, no energy. Just everybody's dead like zombies. Just everybody's, like, kind of grumbly, but just really sticks to themselves, you know. No, just kind of orderly. And so there's a lot of people up suddenly as the Elven Guard has gotten here and kind of roused everyone.
Fuck.
Are we told to do anything? Like, they're waking us up, but what are they saying to us?
They're looking for your group. They're looking for Winifred the Humble and Alicia and Rx by name for Primus.
Hi, we're here. Just let the people sleep.
But are we gonna stick around, or are we gonna run here, guys?
Well, we're the ones who asked to talk to Primus, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just paranoid. Because that guy got like exiled, and now that other guy's wanted, and everything's like I forget everything.
You just see Rx running through, like, past the windows.
Yeah, he's just ducking under
I'm
fences.
just panicking and paranoid. I'm like, oh no, yeah. We asked to see him. It's fine. It's cool. Right, yep. Let's do that.
Yeah, do you bring Snorri out with you, or?
Well, Snorri's in the...
I stayed outside.
Snorri said he was going to go sleep on a bale of hay, so he might still be out of sight.
But Rx won't leave him alone, so
Rx is in the barn. So why don't we, Winnie, you and I, why don't we say, well, let's go join our friend Rx, who's spending some time with the animals, but we can still keep Snorri hidden and be outside of the place, because I'm assuming Yachting probably got woke up too.
Yeah.
So let's get ourselves away from her to the barn.
Okay.
We're trying to outsmart Dave, and I don't know if we're going to do it.
No, you can't outsmart the dungeon master.
It's only because I have unlimited resources.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
So you are greeted happily, in fact, by the smiling face of Secundus, one of the only members of the Elven Guard there that you... I don't know that you like him, but he certainly seemed to like you. He says, well, I'm here. I admit, though, you know, we were going to call for you pretty soon, but we're not quite ready yet. What's going on?
So I honestly forgot what we were going to ask them.
We were stalling for time to get off the streets without getting in trouble.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's going on here, Secundus? I know that everything's on lockdown. I heard
Tell me what happened.
heard that street yeller crying out about some changes and stuff.
Oh, well, you know, some people think it's the end times. Some people say it's just a complicated transition of power.
And what do you say?
I say if I keep my gear looking tidy, right? Right place, right time, right uniform, I'm going to be Primus myself.
Right.
This guy's got ambition, yeah.
Nothing wrong with looking to the future, you know.
he either way this one's happened, and so you tell me where you wanted to be. Did you all bring iTwin out with you, or did they find him? Was iTwin with Rx? Was he in his room alone?
I would rather we have brought him out because
we were dragging him along the whole time as well. We weren't letting him out of our sight as well. So so he is here.
Yeah, he's with us, and they would know that he has been with us. So if he's by himself, it would be a little odd.
Yeah, he points and he says, "Oh, this is great news." He points at his son. Can you come with us? We gotta have follow up on the conversation we had.
And wait, Secundus. I mean, this guy's with us now. Wherever he goes, we go.
He goes, oh, well, that's... And this is Secundus speaking. So that's not going to work. No, you see, iTwin is going back into the woods.
Right, we know that.
Well, that's for elves.
He asked us to be his followers when he went in there. And as we understand that anyone who's called can have people go with him to escort him. And he asked us to be his escorts.
Right?
Well, we can escort him down to the station. Yeah, that's completely fine. But unfortunately, it's elves only onto the actual ancestral lands. This is a great honor. We were very surprised to learn of this. No one has been called twice. No one has. He smiles. No one has been called twice who's already gone once. If you understand my meaning.
Right.
I don't. I think does he mean that, like, anyone that's claiming a second one, that it's not real, that they haven't actually been before, but this guy has gone before, and now he's claiming that he's getting the calling. So
the party would have
called may not go.
Yeah, the party had heard a rumor that Lorik had refused the calling twice.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Says, obviously no harm will come to iTwin, right? And he kind of just gestures. Says, I wasn't part of the party that brought him the first time, but I'll be going with him this time.
Well, what about our buddy Rx? He's elf.
Half elf.
He's elf. He's good enough, right?
Yeah. So I like unping my ears from.
Look. Didn't even know that was you. Oh my goodness, you're good at that.
Yeah. I'm master of disguise. I can tuck them behind my hair.
Says, well, Rx, it would be a little non-traditional, but technically, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I can't bring anyone else. I mean, unless and he points at Elysia. He goes, unless your ears are no.
Oh, you're not even gonna ask about mine, eh?
No, I'm not.
The thing is, although he's a half elf, right? Rules is written a half elf is anything that's less than full elf. So, do you know what I mean? Like, if a half elf breeds with a half elf, it's an elf. If a half elf breeds with an elf, it's still a half elf. If a half elf breeds with him, it's still a half elf. Everything less than elf is, and I feel like Rx's story is that he is told by his mother all these great legends and stories about his father, and that he was an elf of royal blood, but I think it's going to turn out that he wasn't really, and he was just some half-elf mongrel like me. So my blood isn't as elven as I think it is. I think it's going to be the case. You know what I mean?
You telling us or you telling him?
I'm telling you, like, the dungeon masters, for, like, because it's relevant to if this is going to work or not, the call-in.
Yeah, I mean, I know who your father is. Unless you change it in game.
No, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm uncertain about how elven my half-elven bloodline is. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
And whether or not they would accept the half-elf as being an elf to go to the ancestral lands?
Yeah.
No.
So, Secundus, let me get this straight. Is it a rule that we cannot go with him, or is it a magic or something that prevents us from going with him?
Yeah, and he nods and says, well, as far as I know, it's a rule, but it's a rule it's always been like that, and I don't see it as a rule that King Solea will be changing anytime soon. We're happy to see people, wave us off from the islands, but these islands are nested pearls to keep the ancestral land safe.
Right. But between you and me, you want to go up in the ladder, and we're people that can make that happen. You know what I'm saying?
He nods. He says, "Indeed, you've already saved me a lot of trouble finding iTwin, and I've got a job for you as well."
Right.
What's the job?
Yeah, what is that?
He says, "Well, do you wanna meet me down in the morning? I have to take iTwin now, but you can come with me now if everyone's well rested."
I'm not well rested.
Bro.
I've had 2 nights of no rest. Because I was watching iTwin for one night, and then I was watching Snorri for another night. I've had 2 nights of no sleep.
Yeah, he nods. He says, "Well, we've got options, but I think I know which way you'll probably want to go. We've got 2 houses to break into. We're putting some troops in there to try and suss things out, and make sure we didn't miss anything. And then additionally, there's a church that we need to pay a visit to."
It needs a visit. Are we cleaning them out as well, or is this?
We're making sure that they are not harboring any enemies of the state. If they choose to take umbrage with that. And Secundus has a mask, so somehow we get like the tonal quality of him smiling, right? I think it's body language, as he kind of turns into like a contrapostos kind of thing. And he says, "Everyone's going to have to get along with the times."
I'm curious about the masks, right? Just a little bit more information about the masks that they wear, right? Has it got a strap around the back of their head? Like, how's it attached? Is it made of metal? Tell me a little bit more about the masks, because we're seeing them all the time now, and we're not seeing faces, so I want to know a bit more about exact kind of the logistics of the mask.
So they all have hoods up, so you haven't seen the backs of them.
Right, okay.
But they do appear to be metal. Most of them, well, all of them have eye slots that you've seen.
Yep.
Most of them have, nose and mouth holes, but not all of them do. Sometimes it's quite literally just a set of eyes.
And does there seem to be any kind of difference with them in the ranking? Because Primus will have like the best one. Then do they have like? Can you see like a tier system in their masks?
Yeah, I don't think that there is one. Surprisingly,
like chevrons on a uniform, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I understand. I don't think that's how they're using it.
Okay.
It seems to be more the cloth and like the level of armor.
Okay.
So the Primus with gold meant he was the highest.
Mm-hmm.
The blue ones and the silver ones were okay. What color is Secundus? What color is his robe?
I'd have to go back and double check what I said before, but he currently hasn't improved his station any. He's just fixing to. So I think most of them were in like the blue-green, so I think he's probably in the silver, right? And then Primus was in gold. That tracks in my head, but I'd want to make sure I didn't mess that up.
No, I think that sounds right. Like that.
And to be clear, he's okay with you guys taking the night. He'll there's a lot of little like 1 to 2 story, like guard stations basically spotted throughout the islands. He's happy to kind of meet you there and do it. You don't have to get up right this second and go charging into somebody's house. But yeah, they seem to be raiding an awful lot of elven dissenters.
Well, and he said he was going to be going with AI twins, so it's not like we're going to lose AI twin if we wait till the morning. Because if we see Secundus, that means that AI twin hasn't left yet. We just lose sight of AI twin. We're not there. But I suspect once we get to the building that they're taking him, we don't get to go into whatever interrogation room or whatever room AI Twin goes to. So.
I need to see the blacksmith of the local thieves guild. Because I need a mask. I've got an idea.
Okay, so we'll tell Secundus. We'll see you tomorrow. Where would you like us to meet you?
Yeah, and he'll just, functionally give you, like, a corner of a street, right? Station 12. And I think, for good or ill, right? iTwin starts kind of going into his whole thing. He looks at the guy. Let me find it. Really not. Yeah, he just turns. He says, "We're going deep into the woods." Secundus nods. And he says, "From the old ones? The ancient dream?" And Secundus nods and says, "Yes, the tangle. The whisper of words." And they just sort of walk off, nodding with each other, getting excited.
I'm just taking some
So
notes.
I have a question to you, Dave. The proclaiming was that all religion is evil. Do we need, and now to the group, do we need to be careful about Winnie's use of Freya? Because that is a religion. Do we need to be cautious about that reference? I mean, it's already out there, you're known, but that was before the declaration that all religion is evil.
But who is it that declared that all religion was evil? Remind me.
That's Lorik.
The prefect.
The king.
So Soleo is not saying religion is evil.
No,
he used Lorik saying that to take away his power.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, you're good. So somebody, for some reason, started yelling about how religion was evil, and then a guy who's been trying to get power for many years was like, "Look, he's crazy," and then everyone was like, "Yeah, seems fine to me," and then they kicked him out of the club. So the last remaining, power checks are gone. Prince Soleo has become King Soleo. Lorik is stripped of his title of prefect. Or prefector, whatever I wrote, and the Elven Supreme is gone, missing, and whatever else. So Soleo's down with the religion. He's also down with the ancestral lands, which is why everyone's very excited that iTwin's going back. And if you remember from the first time we talked to iTwin, Soleo was sending several people with iTwin, with anyone who got the calling. So the between the lines is perhaps once upon a time when you got the calling, it was a solo journey, and now it's 3 or 4 people kind of following along and writing down all the things you say and do when you get there.
And if Secundus is going, that's not low level people.
Right. Well, it's also Secundus didn't get the calling.
Yeah.
But he's going for the ride.
I really want to get the calling. Remember, you gave me like a 1% chance to get it, and then and then I rolled the 2 or something like.
I know, it was so close. You almost had it.
Hi, Sophie.
So, do you think that place you want to go to would be open now that if they're rousing you? Or I guess they're only rousing people at the end. Wait till the morning and then go visit your blacksmith.
Well, that's hypothetical. I mean, I haven't made a contact within the Thieves Guild locally. It's not as simple as that. There isn't always one in existence. That's just me, like.
Well, you definitely made a contact with the local Thieves Guild. You just already owe them.
Yeah, this is the problem.
You borrowed a potion, promising to return a potion.
Oh, yeah. And I haven't got one for them yet.
And then you also cost them the safe house.
Yeah. I haven't got one for them yet. So I'm still.
We haven't done well with this.
I mean, we've lost people their jobs. We're gonna lose someone there, and we shut down the Longo.
Here, maybe if it'll make y'all feel better. This place was not long for this world either way.
Oh yeah,
So-
I figured we're just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah,
but
so-
you still
so
don't
the-
feel good being the straw.
The thing that happened was, right, Snorri and Eagle were going to sell the artifact unless you stopped them. You didn't stop them, they sold the artifact. When the artifact was sold, Prefector Lorik told everybody religion was evil. Prince Leo said, no, you're crazy. I'm in charge now, and everyone agreed.
King Soleo now, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, how do you spell Soleo?
I've been spelling it. Where'd it go? I don't want to misspeak.
Because I've been spelling it many different ways in my notes.
I've been saying... Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'll put it in all the chats.
I've just got Soleo, Soleo, that's all I've written.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you know how to say it, you know what I mean?
Oh, so it's like the Chilean Isles then.
Soleo, right, yes, Soleo, right.
So Soleo is the island name. Okay. I wasn't sure, so I spelt it differently, thinking, well, if he was the prince of the islands, but okay.
But he's calling himself King Soleo, and everybody's agreeing to that now.
Exactly. So he was never far away from it, right? There were two people stopping him. Prefector Lorik and the Elven Supreme. And now both of them are out of the picture in one night. So King Soleo it is.
And somehow it's going to have been our fault.
And in that time, he's put a mandatory curfew on every island, brought in 3 dragons, and put martial law into effect.
Mm-hmm.
So while he was off building his ranger force, he was planning.
Mm-hmm.
What have I got that I haven't even got anything good yet that I could take back to these halflings that I met and got the potion from? Because I want to get something for them so that I can then ask them about something else. I want to talk to them about a mask now.
How do you make potions outside of, I don't even know.
You have to be an alchemist, like.
Or a brewer.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing that we pick up along the way on adventures, or find, or buy somewhere. I can't make one. I've got a 5% chance to. Nah, I don't, because even with my -10 penalty on any proficiency, I still would have to find all the ingredients and all that. I can't make a potion. That's not something I could do. I don't think. So yeah, getting any more help from them's out of the question at the moment. That was the halflings. Were they brother and sister or husband and wife? I can't remember.
They should have been husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, it can just be the next morning and you're, getting your assignment, such as it is.
Suits me.
So they're, these elven forces are basically looking at you as a sort of deniable asset, which they really don't necessarily need to do as much. So now you're kind of more just falling into the mercenary angle, right? Like beforehand, it was nice to have somebody they could be like, oh, no, it wasn't our guys, but they're in charge now. So now they're just using everybody they can to crack open all these houses and see what's going on.
What's our assignment then?
Yeah, same as last night. There's 2 places that are identified as Prefector Lorik's. One would be one of his main houses, and then another one would be I don't think it'd be a summer house or anything because it's still on these same set of islands. But right, yeah, basically a second home. And then thirdly, not the church that you were at before. But there's a smaller church, way down south on the islands, that apparently was a favorite of the Elven Supreme, allegedly a favorite of the Elven Supreme, and so there's just a ton of intelligence getting poured out onto the table, and everyone's kind of taking pieces of it and reacting to it. So they want all of these things checked out. They're asking you to pick one, basically. they're gonna send teams into the other two.
We'll just right. Okay. So I want right. Okay. Because I'm being smart about this, I want his main home.
Yeah, you want the main home.
Yeah.
Everybody else good with that? Okay. Who's coming with you?
Oh, I might do it. Can I go alone?
Snorri or Helmet?
I'm taking Helmet.
Yeah.
Guys, look after Snorri. I'm taking Helmet. We're going on a wee mission.
Wait, you're going alone?
Oh, well, I mean, the guys can come with me if they want, but I'm definitely going to steal some shit.
What do you think, Winnie?
I mean, if he's gonna steal shit,
I didn't vocalize that, but you know me well.
but would I know that?
You know, you would have suspicions at least.
We would suspect it, given our friend.
Given his quickness to respond that he wants to go to his rich ass home.
Exactly, yeah, my eyes lit up when he said, like, his main home. Yeah. No, I don't know, I might not. I might just be tempted, but I might have a sniff around, you know? But I'm just saying I'm not making any promises, that's all. I'm good at stealing shit. Nah, I'm right, okay, I won't steal anything, right, okay, I won't steal anything. Let's go look for him.
Okay.
Did we run a risk splitting up, though?
No, we're best not to split up. We're best not, never split the party.
So we're all gonna go, and we just won't notice or Winnie won't notice what you put in your pockets.
Just keep Winnie 2 rooms away from RX.
Well, we'll just all do that. We'll each do a room separately. We'll each pick a room.
Yeah, and then I'll go back into your room to like call on you, and it'll be like bear.
Ching, 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 ching. He's just walking around.
What a modest room this one is compared to the others.
Like, have you seen that game Death Stranding? You're carrying all the stuff, like walking around like carrying like.
We won't notice that your backpack's
right.
Like one of those.
It like trickles in size and is clinking.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe maybe.
Just remember to balance it, or you'll fall over, and everyone will notice.
Okay, cool. So going to the main one, everybody's coming. I like that. So the adventure is not actually in the house. You may be surprised to hear that. But I do want everyone to go ahead and roll a d6, and there's an extra one floating because you brought Elmet around with you. So 46 is from the party. If anybody hits a 6, there's some significant treasure to be had.
Right, I'm lucky as fuck. I'll roll the second one. Oh, come on.
Okay. So even still, you make it out with about 90 gold worth of, coinage and items and such, right? Like everybody's doing it. I mean, Winnie, you don't have to approve of this if you don't want, but yeah, you go with like a guard of people to make sure that there's like two elven guards with you, kind of thing, to make sure that they get you on the property and stuff, because they've got all these places locked down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they get you in the front door. They're like, well, you're the adventurers, take your peek. And then one of them, looks around, walks up to a mantelpiece and just grabs like an ivory snuff box, just right into his bag. Like,
oh, right.
Completely unashamed.
So it's fair game then. Happy days.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
okay. So yeah.
So you can kind of flavor that, if you're looking for a set of candlesticks or a nice mirror, you know what I mean? Like,
I would like to get a nice mirror from it if his wife's got a dressing room or whatever, but then I would like to present it as a gift to Winifred, but then she would not be allowed to have it because it'd be worth too much money.
Yeah, you gotta get the backup mirror.
I already have a good mirror.
I am stealing a nice mirror for me. So when she whips out her nice mirror to do her beard, I'll be like, whip out mine. Like, I'm getting one of those as well. Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's a wee nice mirror or something like that. So if you say, I get to flavour it, that's what I'm stealing. A wee nice pretty mirror from his wife's dressing room or whatever.
Yeah.
Jeweled.
Any requests, Alicia? Or just the monetary?
Two thoughts came to my mind. One was a brush for the animals.
Mm-hmm.
and the other is a belt, some jeweled belt or something to go for Maverick.
Ooh.
For a collar.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally down with that.
Just gonna add a jeweled mirror to my character sheet. Jeweled hand mirror, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's in addition to the 90 gold?
No, that's what compromises the 90 gold. So I'd say right now, each of those 3 items is worth 15, and there's 45 gold, just kind of pocket change the party has right now.
Okay. Well,
So half in goods, half in coin.
well, I'll take this.
My only guilty pleasure will be if I see some nice soap, I'll wash my hands with it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course Loris got some soap. I'm down
Well,
with
you
that.
can take the soap, though, because what are the odds soap's worth 15 gold?
But that's stealing.
It's just like, I'm just being polite, washing my
If you
hands.
see nice stuff, you can try it on, look in your mirror how it looks, and then just take it off again. You're just not allowed to own it. You do like,
Yeah,
go through the jewelry box.
That's
and just do
crossing
little
a
patches.
dangerous line there.
What if I took the soap that you liked and carried it and offered it to you the next morning to use? No?
We're always trying to loophole
You'd
this.
have to lie and say you bought it. You're like, oh, I noticed you liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know any better, but
Okay, I'm slipping some soap.
I'm stealing.
Really nice soap
I'm stealing
in
a
the
mirror.
pack.
Absolutely. All right. The first quarter of our episode ends with so you guys have been giving this place a once over, looking for documents, looking for paperwork, looking for items, gold, right?
Obviously,
Information.
We didn't find the man.
You did not find the man, but you did find an escape hatch very similar to the one you found in the elven hideout, right? Pull a lever, twist a knob, play a couple keys on a piano, right? Door opens up, and we cut to the first break, just everybody kind of standing at the edge of that doorway that descends deep underground into like an old stone passageway.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We've seen this setup before.
Cool.
So I'm gonna refill my drink real quick.
Are we going dungeon crawling?
Oh, I love dungeon crawls.
Oh, I'm hard.
So I'm gonna hit my ad real quick, and I'll be back in just a sec.
Right.
So if everybody wants to take a quick
So
3-minute,
Oliver,
5-minute
you add $23, I'll add 22? Or 22?
Sure. Yeah.
23 gold?
Cool. Let me bring my character sheet back up.
I'm thinking if I keep some of it, you can't spend all of it.
Well, that's a good idea, yeah. Don't let me carry all the money and then I can't spend all the money.
Well, and I can always give it to you if it's something that we all agree we need to do.
Nah, we'll just take cash just now. You take the bigger half, I'll take the smaller. So I'll take the 22, you take the 23, right?
Okay.
Because I'm in
So
the day.
42 gold.
Right, I'll add 22 of mine. Where are we? 20, gold. Ooh, I've got 130.
Well, I wonder if the gems on Maverick's collar are worth anything.
No, oh,
It's his collar.
thank you, Sophie. Ooh, I've got 132 gold now.
Pardon?
132 gold I've got.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we're going dungeon crawling. I am hard.
So on these islands, would there be any like pine or evergreen trees?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Could we say that I have grabbed a sprig of pine
Of
or
Howie?
evergreen?
Oh yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, cool.
What are you making? Pine scented soap now?
Oh my god, that's a genius, but no. Wait until I get into candle making, bro.
Oh.
So, sorry, just to be clear, your familiarity with the Elven hideout is really what kind of clued you into this secret doorway, right? Like, you went for the same make, same model. You knew what you were looking for. And I think, again, you're not, like, being hawked by these two Elven guards that came with you, but they're, like, kind of keeping an eye around. Theoretically, they're also there to kind of back you up, right?
Yeah. But they were looting as
And they
well.
sort of... What's that?
But they were looting when we were as well, so they're on
Correct.
the level. Cool.
Yeah. Well, they kind of look at it and they say, they nod and say, "This is good. Go ahead and check that out. We're gonna send a message to let them know that we've got something here. We'll get more backup."
I'm gonna ask them. Do they want that? Have they already sent teams to the other places, or do they want us to go move on to the next one? Check the next one for them.
Yeah, we hit all of them at once.
All right. Okay.
Is the party going down?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if the party's going down. Alex is going down. His eyes have lit up at the thought of it. So.
Yeah, you descend 80 to 100 feet. Stairway switches back on itself 3 or 4 times. All the while, the place is very well taken care of, right? There's really not even a hint of, dust or sediment on these stairs. They're in fine working order.
Is it lit?
It is not lit, though there are torches that are reasonably fresh that could be lit, should you want to.
No, just curious.
So how are we seeing as we go down the stairs if there's no light?
Infravision,
You
how
might-
about you?
I was gonna say you might need light, Elysia.
Yeah, I think I have dark vision.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, well, Elmet would need it too.
Yeah.
How old was Elmet?
15, 16 maybe.
Let's just get him to hold a lantern, then I'll hold the sword so you can hold
Yeah.
the lantern.
So he's like the target for everything now.
Oh, you put him in the back.
Well, yeah, we could put him in the back. So, in fact, right, let's think of like a party marching order. So I'll go in front. I'll scout out in front because I've got infravision. I don't need the light, so I can go like a bit distance in front. I've got a bit of sneaking abilities with being a bar's a rogue class, so I could maybe be the scout here, and then let's say Winifred behind me because she's like she's the other half of the front line if we have to do any fighting, and she's also got infravision, and then. So she could be just a little bit behind me, so that I've got enough room to be sneaky, and then back, like out of the range of a torch, we have the humans, so that their torchlight can't be seen by anybody that when we're further up in the dark, we can't be seen, and that light can't be seen because it's way back.
And Maverick would have good night vision, so I'm thinking he could be ahead of me, a little closer to you guys, to alert, to help. And we're all good buddies now. He'd understand that if you guys froze, he would freeze. Like we're all part of the same pack, so he's okay with that.
It's a different method of how it works, but a dog sees in the dark as well.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Do we get any map or anything on Roll20 for this to know what we're doing, or do you have a?
No, I didn't know which way you'd go, so I didn't. I apologize. I didn't get them done.
Going old school, theater of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
No dungeon in my first dungeons.
I know. I was a bad GM.
No, theater of the mind, mate. You're a creative roleplay DM. That's why we do it. Like
No, that's
this.
okay. So how like we're going through down stairways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's like a 6-foot typical, or is it narrower? Or
Stone.
No,
if we're gonna go old school, I'm gonna picture this, right?
Stone and brick.
It still feels claustrophobic, but yeah, you're not pressed up against the wall, like you said. Yeah, 5-6 feet seems about right.
No,
Theoretically, someone could be going down and someone could be coming up at the same time, but you'd have to be a little cautious of moving by each other.
So it's steps and the walls and the ceiling are stonework, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
And it's really it's fairly unadorned. Like I said, there'd be 4 platforms to start, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one at the very bottom.
I mean, they're secret DM roles, but I'll be making attempts to move silently and hide in shadows, or whichever ones it is that I have.
Sure.
I always forget. Every week I'm like, out of these 8 thief skills, the 4 that I have, I always forget. So, I have I have detect noise. So I have a detect noise roll, and if I'm wearing my armor, it's 25. I've got 25% chance of hearing something. So make those in secret. Like as I'm scouting ahead, I've got 25% chance to hear stuff.
Sure. As you get to the bottom 20 or so feet, right after you've cleared that last platform, you can definitely hear, kind of at a distance, something not quite scraping, but definitely something moving across the stone. And then, in fact, several things moving across the stone. Though they're light, they're small, or they're at an extreme distance. And then, sort of splashing, like something being tossed into the water.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue to move along slowly and attempt to move as quietly as possible until I can get I'm picturing something scuttling along the floor.
I swear if it's death methods again.
I'm just imagining rats or something at this point, something natural, and he's rolling dice.
So you and Maverick get to the bottom of the floor.
Yep.
Looking out. It looks like there was a doorway here once that is now gone.
Okay.
Someone removed it.
It's like a door taken out of its frame, so there's still a door frame.
Yep.
Like a stone door frame, like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like with a little wood reinforcement, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can clearly see that this is a new work that's been done.
And by the time I get to this, have I worked out where the sound of the scuttling and the water was coming from? And
Yeah, it's out in front of you.
Okay, and can I see the water?
No, but you can see where the things are jumping from. Are you familiar with duck bunnies?
Duck bunnies? No.
Well, I hate to do it to you, but they're exactly what they sound like.
How cute.
They sound cute.
So bunny butt ends and ducks on top.
Yeah, here, I'll go ahead and drop it.
Every
time.
week, every week.
Every fucking time.
The dreaded duck
bunny. Oh my days, look at that. That is funny.
I remembered to not post the same thing twice in a row, though, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, that is funny.
It's every time I forget.
Actual AD&D stats as well. Right, I'm not going to read the stats because that's metagaming, but that is so funny.
I don't care. You can look at them and know they're not dangerous.
Post a picture of that in Discord, David, later. That is so funny. People need to see that. It is cute.
Duck bunnies. So this says appearing number 1 to 10, 30.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking duck bunnies down here, and
they're
having a good old time, man. They're waddling around, they're hopping, kind of flapping away, and then they're jumping. They're jumping from. There's probably about 20 feet. Are they tasty? I wouldn't know. I haven't eaten meat in over a decade.
I want to describe it. I'm looking at the pictures. Basically, it's a rabbit, but it's got the beak or the bill of a duck and the feet of a duck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is so
He's got the nice little bunny ears. He's cute.
Sounds tasty. They so from the stairs, the open doorway, about 15 or 20 feet out, you can see what is essentially a ledge that they're jumping off the ledge down into the water, and then the whole area kind of banks down and to the left, and you can see it just kind of slopes down that way, and you can't quite see everything. You can see the edge of the water from your angle. It narrows to a very fine, probably only 5 foot wide walkway, right? As it sort of cuts into the side of this natural cavern. And that's probably the only thing that you notice beyond the duck bunny and the fact that they're splashing around and everything. That stretch of 5 foot walkway is horribly damaged. Something has just come and grabbed something, right? That's the sacrificial spot right there. You just instantly that.
Something's collided with it and broke it, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right, so I've never seen a duck bunny in my life, so I make a quick drawing in my little book.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm doing. I'm the bard. I'm writing these tales. This is my epic story.
No, I like that, honestly, because that lets everybody catch up to you, right?
Yep.
Because it's safe. They're not doing anything. They're just hopping around being silly.
Yeah, so I do literally stop for a minute. I'll just I'll be like, shh, and just tell him to kneel down, and I'll just stop for a second, and I draw a duck bunny.
Yeah, and he's like, is adventuring always like this?
And I'll tell him yes. We
It's like, I love this.
I tell him, look at it. We don't kill this. It's cute. Look at it.
They're playing. They climb up and they jump off, and they climb up and jump off.
But I'm taking notes. I'm a storyteller. I'm a bard. I'm taking notes. I'm explaining to him because he doesn't know anything about the adventure in life. So I'm explaining to him that what I'm doing, why I'm drawing a picture of it. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
I'm going to relive an epic tale through story and song and poetry and blah 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 blah.
Lisa has let Maverick know they're not dinner.
That I did. I got ahead of myself because I was so excited to send the photo. I was actually going to ask you if instincts kick in.
Well,
He wanted to, but it's like, no, this is not dinner.
Yeah,
well,
or at least not all of them.
looking at the picture,
Yeah,
they are
not-
like
not yet,
95%
anyway.
rabbit.
If we get caught down here and need food, well, sorry, Duck Bunnies, but
Yeah. So I mean, the party, you know, you're up. It's your move. There's a lot of duck bunnies here. They don't seem bothered by you at all.
I mean, I'm not.
so the damaged walkway, is that the only way ahead other than going through the door?
Well, they're the same. So you have to go through the doorway either way. You could theoretically jump off the cliff that the duck bunnies are going into water, right? Or you can take the ramp down to the left, which takes you through that like sacrificial pit, right? Where someone has. Here, let me make sure I'm drawing it so it's clear, because we can do that much at least.
So, question for you: Winnie can't swim.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just not proficient in it.
Well, no, I'm just wondering, like, if we're going down into a pit, I don't know if we'd have brought the ladder in. The ladder was with Morgan.
So I was actually going to ask if we wanted to bring that in, but I forgot.
It's funny because I've been.
Well, can't we run back upstairs and get it?
Oh, I mean, for flavour, surely the
Yeah,
ladder.
theoretically.
Surely you've got the ladder.
Eh.
I was gonna say I've become a creature of habit when I make a character in D&D, and there's certain things I always do. I always take swimming as a proficiency, and it's totally boring because I'm just being safe. And I always have candles and chalk. Like you've got to have candles and chalk.
Let's see if there's a way.
We need to bring in we need to bring in the ladder.
Yeah, I've got a grappling hook and rope and stuff, but they're all in the pony pack, so I'd have to go back upstairs. I'm just thinking of a way to make a bridge across that damaged area for Winnie to walk.
What's the most narrow that it gets, where it still looks kind of stable?
So, you guys are all on that map, right?
Yep.
So, it's not that you're worried about walking across this path. Sorry, let me make sure everybody can see it.
Yeah.
It's not that everyone's worried about walking through here and falling into the water. It looks as if something, because now that you're all in here and you're getting a better look at it, it looks like there are scratch marks and claw marks and giant chunks of this pathway that have been ripped out by something. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So it could even be something in the water that did that.
It is.
Yeah,
That's what
we
it
don't
looks
want
like
to go
me,
swimming
yeah.
necessarily then to say, hi, we're here.
I feel like there's something very dangerous in that water.
Like Mama Duck Bunny is.
Winnie's going to be the slowest running. What if she got on Maverick, because we decided that she could ride Maverick, he's big enough, and we bolted across that area
Right.
so that we reduce our time crossing the scratched area.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, right?
Hold on, let me see what I got in my inventory.
Tammy's in chat said wave monsters. It's not. It's because I hit her with a water elemental last week in our game. I fucking hope it's not a water elemental.
but that would keep Winnie safest, I think.
So, I'm proficient in fishing. Would I happen to know if those claw marks came from some aquatic creature?
If what came from the scratches?
Yeah.
I'm down with you rolling. Go for it.
That's genius use of the proficiencies. That's quality Dungeons and Dragons playing, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I don't know.
You've no idea. Yeah,
Like, I have
definitely.
never
tried
seen a
to track
fish.
that.
Yeah, you've never seen a fish do that.
I've only seen them anchovies, you know.
Oh well, I say we just move past it as fast as possible. I'm willing to just whip past it first, right, Dave? I'm just gonna. If the ground looks like it's like, if the walkway looks like it's too fragile to walk on, I'll even skip over it, jump, whatever I need to do. I'm gonna just get past this. I don't want to linger.
But you're hustling. You said.
Oh yeah. I don't want to linger. Like.
Okay. So.
Send the dog first. Maverick.
With or without Winnie, though.
Oh, is Winnie going to ride the dog? Right, no, I'll just go first then. Right, yeah, I'll just go. Yeah.
Because I'm concerned that she'd be the slowest of the runners.
Right, alright, David, I'll just go. I'll just go first. Fuck it. If something's going to jump out of that water and kill somebody, let it be me.
As you're moving through. Right. So you're moving through the area. Yeah, there's just a form, just a dark form in this water that is roused. Right? You can't place it. It has no shape. It has no defined feature. It is just this mass that kind of unsticks itself from the bottom of this underground lake, right? And just moves once, and you just see this churn of water flash by, right? Like, it's just displaced a ton of water, an incredible amount of power, right? And RX, I mean, you're booking it, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Aye, yeah, mate. I'm not taking a second glance. I'm going away past it.
Yeah. Okay. So you hoof it, right? You're on the other side.
Yep.
You're over here somewhere. When you get to this other side, you can pretty quickly see there appears to be something of a workshop.
Ooh.
Right? Someone has been down here kind of tinkering. There's a few tables. There's a few rooms and such. Right? Kind of just set against this, rather serene, although for your perspective, probably very dangerous pond, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping there's a door at the back of this so we can keep moving and get away from this big pond. It looks like a dead end. But we found
There are
somebody.
two doors.
We found a
That go
workshop.
deeper.
Ooh.
2 doors that go deeper in.
I'm just going to be shouting at the guys, come on, get past that water. There's something lurking in there. Come on, let's go.
Did Elmet go across?
We're all still on the other side. Only RX went.
Helmet's at the back. It was me and then you in our order, so it would be you to come next.
Maverick was behind her, so she could get on if you wanted to ride across. He's got a collar now, so you can hang on.
Jump on the dog.
Is your show RX? Show me where you are right now.
So, well, I just wanted to get past it, so I guess I'm at the beginning of this room. Yep.
Okay.
I'm just telling the guys, come on, let's go.
Yeah, you're telling them, come on, right?
Yep.
And somebody steps out. These are not great tokens. Somebody steps out from this room here. It's a actually rather short individual.
Ooh.
Bald. Very round face, round features, round kind of nose.
Ooh.
A little rotund.
Is he a dwarf?
It's an elf.
Ooh.
Looks at you. They're in very nice wizard robes. You're not sure. Some sort of robes. Judiciary robes. Levels a twin-pointed dagger at you and says, "Who are you that could walk past that creature and not be eaten?"
I'll say more importantly, who are you that stands in my way of moving past you next?
Yeah, he just looks around. He says, "Prefector Lorik."
Ah, I found you. Okay. We found you. Right, okay.
Says that thing's set to kill any guard and any elf except me.
Yeah, well, I got past it. So you might want to lower that dagger.
He thinks about it. He says, "Or I guess maybe it's trainer. You don't work with alligators, do you?"
Nope. I have a certain set of skills which got me past your guard, and which mean that you should lower that dagger, if not only to be polite, but to be safe. You should lower that dagger. I mean, we are only having a conversation here, and I'm looking at him now.
I like the dagger where it is. Don't bring anybody else down here. I don't think anyone else is going to get by. Who are you?
I'm here to find you. Don't worry about who I am. Worry about why I'm here.
So you talk about being polite, but you're being very rude. I introduced myself.
Just trying to think about a fake name. My name is Hera.
He just... Come on.
Doesn't matter what my name is. Put the dagger down, and I've got my hands on 2 swords at this point.
Yeah. He snaps his finger, and so the party can see the massive alligator with flames for eyes has lifted itself up from the pond.
Come on.
None of that. There we go. They're smart. Go ahead and roll initiative. I think we decided that was a D10.
Yeah. Well, you can roll it on your character sheet, actually.
Holy crap.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. How are we going to run away from this, basically? Size of it!
Alicia has animal handling. Could that possibly come into play?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I've got running shoes. They're coming into play.
So Goofin, what are you attacking with on your turn?
Battle axe.
Battle axe. Your battle axe speed is 6. No, 7.
7.
All right, so you're up to a 10 as well. Okay.
Excuse me.
So Winifred, Alicia, Rx, and the Croc, Rx again, and then our boy Prefector.
Would Maverick just be going with Goof?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had him on there initially. I took it off because I figured it'd be faster. Okay.
He does have his own character sheet, but nothing like a roll with.
Right. Yeah. All right. So Winnie, you're up first.
Well, I'm pretty far away. I don't even know how the hell I'm gonna hit this thing.
Save yourself. Mm-hmm. Save yourself. Don't want just run. Oh my days.
Let's see, what is my movement? 30?
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
No, 60.
Here's a thought. Given that it's water, Maverick's going to be at a disadvantage, probably trying to attack, depending on how deep the water is. So are we wisest to get Winnie on Maverick and just run?
So I was on Maverick, and then I think I'm about to hop off of him because Rx is still on the other side.
I'm going to try and get this guy, and hopefully if he dies, this thing drops down dead, because it looks like it's some... I mean, if it's that big... No, I'm metagaming. I'm metagaming, actually, if I say any more. If I comment about the size of that thing, I'm metagaming. I don't know anything about that. I'm a level 1, level 2 bard. I don't know shit.
I mean, you know it's big.
Yeah.
I guess, is the goal to get Rx back and go back upstairs? Or is it to battle this thing?
The immediate goal here is to survive. We just work out how we're doing it. But I'm attacking this asshole, right? So, like...
Yeah, so I'll get off of Maverick. I don't know if that takes away half of my movement speed.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. I don't know if I should have been here since Maverick is here, or if I should have been where my icon was, but...
I'm okay with you being where Maverick was.
Okay, so I'll probably just move to... maybe like right here. And I'm going to cast Bless.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice game.
Is that anything that I have to roll for?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no roll.
What does Blessed benefit?
Let me tell you. Upon uttering the Bless spell, the caster raises the morale of friendly creatures and any saving throws they make against fear effects by +1. Furthermore, it raises their attack dice rolls by +1.
But if you cast it on me, it's only going to affect me. You've got the range, but then it doesn't have the area of effect to work on everybody. It's going to work on only me, isn't it?
Right, but I think that you're the only one in this predicament, really.
Yeah. You know, I think it's a wise, definitely a wise move.
Technically, we could try and get back upstairs if we abandoned Rx.
Yeah.
Not that we're going to. Not going
Well,
there.
actually, all of us would be blessed, would we not?
Well, it says that
It raises the morale of friendly creatures.
within a 50-foot cube, though, centered on the point selected by the caster. Yeah, so if you center it there, yeah, you just have to center it on an area rather than on me. So if you center it there,
get everybody.
then it does get everybody, yeah.
Right.
But not Lorik.
No. Or this fucking monstrosity. Look at the size of that, Dave. You're taking the piss.
Alright, so I guess I'll center it right here.
Rx wants to show up in somebody's house and tell them, no, you put that knife down, guy who's getting hunted, who was polite enough to introduce himself, but I'm going to give him a fake name and be rude. No, you forget you're talking to a very uppity little noble.
He doesn't know I gave him a fake name. He doesn't know me.
I feel like he knows.
I'm wearing a disguise.
Why would you be wearing a disguise? It's the next day.
Because that's what I do.
Oh, okay.
It's a different hairstyle, different mustache or beard every day.
Gotcha. Well, we'll have to establish that. I didn't realize you were still wearing it. I don't think it matters either, but...
No. He doesn't know who I am. The disguise is irrelevant.
Alright, so we got our bless. We're good?
Yes.
Alright. Alicia, what's your plan?
Would the animal handling come into effect at all?
You have a small chance, but remember that you know, in universe, you know that this thing has been trained specifically to attack anyone coming down here. Lorik does not know why it didn't attack Rx.
Well, it said he was supposed to attack any elf, but Rx is only half elf. So why would he attack us? Because we're human and dwarf and direwolf.
I think he said any guard or anybody that's not the trainer.
Yeah.
I thought he said any elf and he's trained to attack any elves.
Yeah, I mean you're allowed to certainly try whatever you're thinking. Here, we'll do another one.
Walk across unscathed.
What's that?
Maybe I just got lucky.
I said Goop is about to just try and walk across unscathed.
Good luck.
Well, no, I was just looking back at the notes from what you said, Dave, as Lorik saying.
So in universe, I know why it didn't attack, and I know who it would attack in the future. So whatever you want to do, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know that you and I necessarily would have heard him say that to RX from where we are.
That's fair enough.
No, you wouldn't. Definitely not. Yeah, for some reason it didn't attack me because I'm a half elf or whatever, but it's metagaming if we think about it anyway, so Dave knows. Anyway, what are you going to do?
Is the alligator looking at anybody in particular?
What you need to do now is roll a quadruple damage critical hit right in its eyeball with your battle axe, if you don't mind.
What's the alligator actually doing?
Currently rising out of the water, right? Kind of getting ready to turn and slam all of its weight on Rx here.
Okay.
Right? It's rising in the air and getting real tall up on its tail to slam down.
That escalated real quick.
It did, like.
I thought maybe he was just gonna eat one of them duck bunnies.
Oh, we should
let that be a warning to you.
A duck bunny to throw at him. Here's some food. Dude.
We should have took a duck bunny for bait, yeah. Oh man.
Still can, maybe.
I knew I was going to be the first one to die. I was always going to be the first one to die.
I actually don't know what to do.
I mean, if you want to hold, you can definitely hold.
Yeah,
if you just want to kind of see what happens next.
Yeah, if you can wait, you can hold your action until the end of the round if you don't know what to do at this point, but it just means you don't get to do it until the very end of the round.
Because if he's going to attack Rx and I attack him, then that means Winnie, Maverick, me, and Elmet are all at risk.
I think we're all highly at risk here right now anyway.
Oh, do we need
we are, but we're all in a group.
Do we need a token for Elmet?
Yeah, let me see if Scared Boy finds anything.
You can just add another picture of me, that's fine.
Diaper pants.
Yeah.
I like this. He's got a little cart. Guy with a little cart.
Yes.
Is that him? Is that so he can run away faster?
Exactly right.
I just noticed the crocodile at the bottom. I was like up at the top of the map. I just noticed the drawn crocodile. Let's show that to the stream.
There's a croc that keeps appearing.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody didn't see that. See my wonderful croc drawing.
No, I saw it. I was laughing at it.
I just noticed that just now, man. That's beautiful. They're beautiful.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, so Alicia's holding her turn. Rx.
Yeah. I'm going to
Sorry,
attack.
I have no clue what to do.
I'm going to attack this guy with my longsword.
Okay.
So if you bear with me a second, I'm going to roll an attack. Hopefully,
okay.
Hit this dick. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I got a +1 on this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not going to hit him. Nope, that's not going to do it, is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to double check, but I don't think so.
I know, because natural armor class is 10, remember? It gets lower
Yeah.
from 10.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Although you can hear, like, he's got a little bit in the he's got, like, nice boots, nice gloves and everything on, but he does appear to be a spellcaster of some kind, so you don't think he's got a terribly good AC.
Yeah, but it's not it's going to be better than that, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless his dexterity is like 5 and he's got no bonuses, then that's not going to hit him.
Right. Yeah. Okay, but you're going to make your second attack in a second then?
Yeah, after this alligator does something though, but it can't, because this is a wall now. I'm in a room now with a wall. The alligator can't get me now.
No, that's not a room.
No? Oh, so this is like a platform. Right, okay. Yeah.
It looks out over it. It's just...
Yeah, there's no wall. Yeah, got you. Bastard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is going to damage a lot of that stuff, which is usually a no-no, but Master's in danger, so here we are. As this creature turns...
Oh, God, I'm dead.
And just slams. So, let's see. We've got a...
Armor class is -10, remember?
Yeah, we've got a THAC0 of 12.
Oh my days. What is...
And you what's your AC?
Currently, with my armor on, it is 7.
7.
Yeah.
Is that right then? So I'm looking for a 6 or higher?
What with the THAC0? What did you say, THAC0 12?
THAC0 12.
So THAC0 12 is to hit armor class 0, so you need... To hit armor class 3, you need a 9. No,
9?
Armor class, what did I say? 7, yeah, so... yeah, so 3 off of 10, yeah, 9. You need a 9, sorry, you need a 9. Yes, sorry. Jesus, I'm dead.
Oh man. Well, Rx.
Rip.
He's got a slam.
He was a fun character.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Times 2.
No, that was doubled.
Oh, that was doubled.
Yeah, I just did double dice.
Right, well, I don't have fucking 17.
No, but you're probably not at -10 either, are you?
Yes, I am. No.
Really?
No, I'm at... Because I have 9, so I'm at -8, right?
-8.
Jeez.
So you got a minute.
And 20 seconds. If that's what if that's what you're saying, death's -10, then I've got 2 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did talk about this, but I think that was what we had done, right? Because that's what you do in your game.
I do negative your constitution.
Oh, okay. What's your con?
11. I've got gives me another 1 round.
Yeah, so that's like, this is a rough scene, right? So Alicia and Winnie are up on this cliff face here, right? Kind of looking over this otherwise really beautiful and tranquil pond, right? And then Lorik's got this nice little like alchemy workshop down here where he tinkers and can look over everything. And this is just a massive, black caiman with these burning red eyes, right? Just rises up out of the water. And then, like I said, just goes right up on its tail and turns and just falls and crashes into everything. Wooden debris is thrown everywhere. All kinds of half-completed magical items tossed and broken. And I think right now we see Rx just under a pile of rubble.
On -8 hit points, so bleeding out and dying fast.
So, Alicia,
Run,
what's your response?
Guys, just run, just let me die. I can't say nothing, I'm unconscious. I didn't say that. I'm going to get a beer.
Yeah, this is where I have no idea. I have no background in doing this kind of stuff, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, Elma is like, oh!
Yeah.
He's panicked.
Because the dilemma is if he'll probably turn on us next.
I mean, we could kick Elma in. as a
Sacrifice helmet and run.
Hey, what happened to your alignment? Have a look at your character sheet.
Those are two doors, correct?
Correct. You came out of this second one.
You must have been spending time in company of someone that's a bad influence on you or something.
That was
So
surprising.
If helmet goes in to distract the alligator, if the alligator turns, the three of us bolt, grab Rx, and go through one of those doors. We don't know where the door goes, but because if I attack, I think we're all dead.
I know where I'm going in
So
3 rounds.
You want to run. And you want to run and grab Rx, go through the door.
That's my thought, but we need a distraction, which is like, sorry, helmet. Because we don't have a Duck Bunny.
I'm actually going to sacrifice him.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to be clear. That's what you're willing for that trade? Alicia will do that?
My days. What's happened to everyone's alignment?
I mean,
There's a moral dilemma of
throw a stick. They're not about throwing the NPC.
Yeah.
So if a train comes by and there's 5 people going to die versus whatever, like there's certain sacrifices you'll make.
Sure. So I actually love this goofing because Alicia wants to be the tribe leader, right? Like, this is her tribe right now.
Also notice Alicia has a dog.
She's got to make a call.
She didn't volunteer to feed the dog to the crocodile. She's all about the human. Like this,
I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. She made the right call there. Yeah, no.
Ruthless.
We play to see what happens. So,
yep.
So what's your movement, Alicia?
Winnie, you're the one who came up with this. Why am I now getting blamed?
What I'm actually gonna do?
You guys are crazy. What happened?
Just buy me time. Buy me time.
For what?
Buy me time.
I've got literally 3 rounds and I'm dead. So you better buy her out fast.
So, Alicia, do you want to charge in, or are you thinking like right now? Let's just get next to Element and see what happens. Is which way the winds are blowing.
She's kicking.
Standing next to him is a completely good action. There's nothing evil about that.
If it could be that we just move away when the alligator decides to attack, and he's the only one left.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
I'll just sit here and die and drink my beer, guys. You better do something about this.
Winnie, do you want Maverick to stay near you?
Yes, please.
There you go. That's my move.
Okay. All right. So Elma is up, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I wasn't. I liked the Duck Bunnies, not this." And he'll like, you got it. Did you give him something? He had a knife, didn't he? I think he had a knife at one point.
We definitely armed him.
Yeah, if you didn't give him a knife, right, or a sword or something, he's got a knife, and he's gonna run up to the edge because he doesn't know. You're thinking about kicking him into here, right? And he's like, "Oh, Rx! Oh no!" He's like, "Hey, you!
Oh, no.
You come up here! You mess with all of us!"
Kick him in. It's like as soon as my eyes closed and I was unconscious, the other 2 characters turned into me. They're like, "Hey, just use the kid as alligator bait. Kick him in the water."
The guy finishes casting his spell, and we just see a semi-spectral hand of force appear, and it just ever so subtly nudges Rx's body 10 feet away. Just kind of, hold on, just bloop.
Oh, lovely. With a spectral hand.
It just Just the interposing hand, yeah, even in death, is just like just shoving your body away.
Cheeky bastard. That's like teabagging. That's the D&D equivalent of getting teabagged.
So to be fair, he was doing that ahead of time. It was either waste the spell or bring it up, and he can use it for other things. All right, Winnie. Interposing hand, but yes, cryptic catalysm.
So, question.
Yes.
Why?
Question: why, Dave? Why?
Yeah.
If I get on Maverick,
Yeah.
we're saying that there's no movement penalty for me to mount Maverick,
Yeah.
but then would his movement be my movement? So, like the 60 feet?
What's Maverick's movement?
Double hers.
He's got 24.
No, 12. 120 foot per round. She has 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
24 squares.
Yeah,
If you want to do it in squares,
yeah, so
4th edition, yeah, 24.
Yeah, Maverick will... Hold on, let's see. Would we decide a round's 10 seconds?
Yeah. Well, it's 10 or 6, or depends how you do it.
Yeah, I thought it was a full minute, so I'm good with 10
I
seconds.
do 10 seconds.
And movement is 12.
120 feet.
Well, it seems to be the same base as Alicia too. Is Winnie's lower?
No,
Is Winnie's lower? Oh, Winnie's is lower. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a dwarf.
Gotcha.
She's a stunty.
Yeah, that makes sense. So 120 feet. I'm down to that 10 seconds. So so you can get right down into the thick of it then.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen, bro.
I'm so ready.
Woody is going to mount Maverick.
Yeah.
That was so weird, but going to climb
You get up on Maverick's back.
right, and then oh, that's kind of weird, but me and Maverick are going to jet across right here,
Yep.
and I am going to cast command on this alligator.
Right. Let's get our books out. Everybody turn to page
I already know.
394.
Yeah, do you want me to put you out of misery? It's not going to work. It has to understand the language you're speaking.
Bro!
Sorry to be the guy that fucking puts you out of your misery, but yeah, it's going to work if it speaks Common or Dwarven or a language that you're speaking. What? Wait, because this guy trained it. This guy trained it. It's trained.
Yeah, somebody trained it.
Yeah, it's trained. It might understand Common.
Dave, it understands common.
Dave needs to be a nice DM for once in his life. Or for once.
I mean, did
once
he
in our
tell it
game.
to attack with words?
Oh, we don't know. We're clutching at straws, bro.
It snapped. So it has enough hit dice to resist the spell. I think I'm willing to roll. So it does not understand common in the strictest sense, right? It has a series of commands that he gives it. He snapped its fingers, and that's when it attacked you, Rx. But I like rolling. You know what I mean? Like I hate to say no to a cool idea.
Me too.
So
I mean, Bruce, so you're gonna just like shout, cast command and shout like stop or something like that. I take
I'm gonna command leave.
because it's one word, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
So I'm looking for saving throws based on hit dice. Is there a chart I'm looking
use
for
fighter.
somewhere?
Use the fighter chart.
It's just the fighter chart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Entitled to a saving throw versus spell adjusted for wisdom. Creatures with 13 or higher intelligence and 6 dice per level get only 1 saving throw.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. We're looking for.
Yeah, so any creature or monster, if you need a saving throw for it, you take its number of hit dice and put that into the fighter line. So if it's got 6 hit dice, you treat it as a level 6 fighter.
Character saving throws 101.
Goof, if this fails, you know what to do. You know what must be done.
You know what must be done.
What must be done? Oh my days.
So an eighth.
I actually
eighth hit
don't
die-
know what. I mean, I could try and attack it, or I could run to you guys and try and.
We know.
Oh, did we ditch the helmet idea altogether?
No.
Well, no, there is the helmet idea. Like I do, there is the helmet. I'm still. Loyalties are loyalties.
I'm not that surprised that the barbarian came up with that idea, because they're just a barbarian, they're savages. Makes sense, you know? Like, you know, getting rid of the weakest of the pack to save the rest, whatever, that seems like a very barbarian thing to do. But Winifred, I was shocked when I heard it come out of your mouth.
So, Winnie, it was a great idea. Unfortunately, its training proves through. It shakes its head, it snarls, and it turns its flaming eyes towards you. This thing is powerful, it is old, it is magical, and it is only purpose in its life is to protect its master, Prefector Lorik.
Cool.
No, not cool. I'm gonna die.
When you delay or hold your action, does it move your initiative order? I'm not used to the second edition rules for that.
Right. So what I would do is, if you hold your action, you then just go right at the end of the round.
Right. So she went. Alicia moved.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move her to the end then. So Rx, we have to roll, or you just lose a point.
Lose a point.
What did we do last time? You lose a point. Okay.
20 seconds left to... Oh, hang on. 20 seconds to live, guys.
20 seconds to live.
Oh, no.
Where's my gator? there he is. There's the gator.
Don't kill all of us, Dave.
I mean...
You could have just killed me.
I didn't want to kill any of you.
I'm the annoying one. They're nice.
I want all of you to live.
Oh, that gator doesn't.
Then why did you create a gator that kills everybody?
I mean,
the
gator didn't attack the first person that ran by, and
that?
I knew
what is that, like
and I knew the first
long?
person that ran by was going to be Oliver.
How big is this gator? Is that like 90 feet long or something?
Yeah, probably. It's fucking huge.
That's bigger than the dragons we saw, mate.
Yeah. I mean, it's also far less mobile than them too, and no breath weapon. So it's going to slam down and attack. I will, however, flip a coin if it is Maverick or Winnie.
Please be the dog. Please
kill
let
my
the dog die.
Winnie.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Tammy's gonna get PTSD now.
All right, so 2. Okay, Maverick. Sorry, buddy.
Oh no!
What's Maverick got for an AC?
Oh, I think it's 6 or 7. It's not great.
Maverick AC 6. Okay, and then I've still got the AC, the Thaco 12.
Tammy's gonna hate you.
So warrior. No.
The lower AC is better though, right?
Yes.
What's that?
Lower AC is better. Well, at least that's good because I have an AC of 8. So.
This is hairy, like.
Okay. Well, I thought I pulled up my Thaco chart because I feel like I did my math wrong last time, but it's only based off freaking character levels, which is not helpful. So if I've got a 12 Thaco and a 6 AC, I'm looking for... It's a 6, isn't it?
Then you need an 8 to hit.
You need an 8 to hit? Where's it an 8? I thought you
Because
subtract...
Yeah, you subtract 4 because if the
It's
armor
6
class is 6
versus
you
then
subtract
0.
4. Yeah. No, it's not. 6 is 4. Right.
Oh.
So difficult
okay.
to explain it. That's why I roll it off the character sheet, mate. Because it builds it in.
Well, I don't build character sheets for all our damn monsters. I mean, a 16 is still going to hit either way.
It's a hit, yeah. I mean,
But it is not a crit.
no. Well, I only do crits on 20.
It is 16 damage, though, for poor Maverick.
Oh,
How much HP does he have?
not that many.
Technically, he didn't have HP. We've had this discussion before.
Oh, so you need to roll it.
What's, is it D8 or D10?
No, it had 15 HP until something changes. I have in his notes.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
sure what-
It's D8s. Anyway.
It's D8s, yeah. So we would have rolled 2 D8s plus 2, and gotten 15 at one point. So unfortunately, Maverick is down right. He's a main character. He's playing by the same rules as Oliver.
Do you give him
So he's
negative
now
hit
got
points?
-1 for his hit points.
No, you're nicer
Right.
than me.
But with his constitution.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not too bad. Maverick's. Yeah, he doesn't have anything written for it right now. But we can look it up if we need it. But he's at least got a few rounds. So Winnie, once again, right? This area, right, is getting the same damage that little walkway over here had, right? It's like all these cracks and fissures are forming, all this debris all over the place. This alligator's going absolutely wild. And yeah, it's a mess.
I'm just dying. Just quietly dying over here, guys. Don't worry about it.
So Alicia and Elmet. Elmet's like, no, Maverick! And he just like throws his dagger at it, right? Like,
Okay, how does the alligator respond to the dagger?
I mean, I got to roll to see if he hits, but I don't feel like it's going to go very well.
No, I just want to know whether the alligator even is drawn by the miss.
What's its armor class? Because if it's 6 or worse, that's a hit.
So the alligator's AC is 4.
Misses, bastard.
Yeah, good AC. Tough scales. Yeah, so I mean, it hits it and it just swishes its tail once.
Ugh.
But it doesn't look our way.
Doesn't seem to.
Elmet throws the dagger and we expect it to go far and it goes like 10 feet.
Just a little bloop. A couple ducks swim away.
So how far is it from Elmet to the actual dude, to the alligator?
40 feet or, 80, depend for his face.
Because Elmet's going in. I'm just not sure the alligator's going to respond to it.
I'm gonna
You're pushing him in? Like,
I'm gonna break the DM rules here real quick. You ready? You ready, Goo?
Yeah.
If you're gonna kill Elmet,
Well,
I'm gonna let it work.
you're what?
I'm gonna let it work. I'm not gonna make you kill him and also not let you live. Imagine this scene when Oliver wakes up. Right, Rx wakes up and he's like, "Oh my god, what happened?" Or like, "Well, we lost Elmet." That's a good scene. I'm in the business of good scenes.
I am all
Either
for
that or else I pull in my Dave You Owe Me card,
yeah, you've got that right enough.
but I don't know what that means. And I
Sure.
meant to have this discussion outside of an actual battle
Right.
to know what
What was the card from when I said I owed you?
when he gave you that brilliant idea.
I asked a question you hadn't thought of, and you said you get a Dave point.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me say this. Elmet getting kicked in is very good for the situation because the alligator's obviously going to go for the easy meat. There is still a spellcaster down there and 2 doors that might not lead to anything helpful. So having another little trick up your sleeve, that's what I'm talking about.
But no, what I mean is, what is the actual card? Like, if I say, "Hey, Dave, I want to use that card," what is it? What does it mean?
Basically, I have like in-game currency for my players, which is basically like storytelling leniency, right? Like I'm like, oh nope, sorry, the key doesn't fit the lock, and you're like, how about a Dave point? Does it work? And I'm like, yeah, okay, it works. But if you were like, Dave, we really need like 10,000 gold and the ability to fly for the next 3 hours. How about a Dave point? And I'm like, doesn't. I was like, you get 100 gold. That's 100 gold.
So the Dave point, you're cashing in a Dave point to have Elmet successfully work as bait basically.
Oh no,
No. He said Elmet would work.
I'll give you that one for free. You
He
killed.
was going to give that freebie.
You killed that nice little boy. His first adventure out. Oh, that works.
Do it.
I'm all about that.
Do it.
I am not using my Dave point for something he said we were already getting.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. Yeah, I live for these
what I could use the Dave point for.
Yeah. So
And it sounds like calling the alligator off is probably out of bounds of the currency.
no, I'd say they're about the same, right? But I think you want to save that currency for what goes on behind those doors. I'll tip my hand a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Okay, Elmet, you're going in, buddy. How do I move Elmet in there?
Oh, you just do it. You're an adventurer child.
No, but how do I
I'll be back in
actually
a second.
Describe it out for us so we get the full visual.
Oh,
I said describe it out so we get the full visual of what happens.
Oh, Alicia gets as much speed as she can, runs in and just bolts him, trying to get some air because it's a long way to get to the alligator.
Oh man.
Says sorry as she does it.
So I'm rolling a d20. Has nothing to do with success. I just want to know if he sees it. Like, does he just go in the water and he's like, "Oh, I tripped," right? Or does he turn in midair and just look at you and make that facial connection with Alicia?
I mean, he probably has a broken back depending on how hard she grabs.
So I'm gonna say a 14 or higher on the d20.
Oh,
He knows I betrayed him.
What have I come
He
back
knows
to?
you betrayed him as he falls.
I ran and I launched him, and Dave ran a d20 to see if Elmet looked back to realize it was me or if he thought he tripped.
And he has.
He
He
looked back.
turns and tries to grab you, and you're just like, you just pushed him right off. Oh, it's so
I did
beautiful.
say sorry though.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You
did.
Sorry.
Smile across Alicia's
Did
face.
you apologise as you did it? Sorry, but send it.
Oh, and
Sorry.
we would have like Samurai Jack scene, right? In the way that it would just be like rock and then like, water down here. And he's just like this tiny little figure. And it's just like, right? And he hits the water and he just starts thrashing like mad. And the alligator just boom, turns, right? Just whips around. And then this whole wave of water splashes up on top of the workshop there, right? And even Prefector Lorik's like, "No, come back!" And he's like snapping at everything. And the alligator's just like, "Nah, man, easy meat. We're gonna eat this kid." And it just, it goes for him.
Oh, rip helmet, rip.
I can't believe I did that.
Oh, I love it so much. This is why we play D&D.
Loyalty first, man.
I appreciate that loyalty, Alicia. Thank you.
To be honest, guys, you also have to keep in mind that's Elisa's dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a kid you've talked to like 5 times in a week versus like your adventuring partners.
We didn't.
We told you, Elmet, adventuring was dangerous.
You did warn him, yeah.
We're in the
We
business.
didn't warn him that your own team would sacrifice you.
No, we didn't warn him about that. We warned him he could die though, so we've kind of signed the waiver. Do you know what I mean?
Oh. All right. So Winnie,
I don't know. I'm dying.
there's a brief reprieve from the alligator, right? Prefector Lorik, he's still got that like magical Bigby's interposing hand, but I'm gonna be honest with you, he just turns. He's like, I don't know what's gonna happen next. This party's crazy.
All right. I'll grab Maverick and JK. I'll go for RX first, and I'll try and drag him close to the door that the prefecture is now next to.
Okay. Yeah. So you just wanted to get through that door?
Yeah, if I can ideally get both of them through that door in one turn, but not.
I think so. I think if that's all you're doing, right? Like you grab RX, right, and you just kind of drag him along, and then you get an arm up under Maverick, and you just kind of kick the door open. Like I don't think you're very far in the room, but
Well, with a -1, would Maverick kind of be able to crawl his way
Yeah, unfortunately, I would let him do it at a 0, but a 1, he is in fact down.
Yeah.
But so as you kick the room open, right, as you go into this door,
There's more baby crocs in here. So
no, unfortunately for you, the room is connected, right? Both of these doors actually do go to the same place. Hold on, I gotta make the map a little bigger. But lucky for you,
Oh.
Let's make it longer the other way. Hold on. Let's move it all down. No! Oh, okay, it did go. I thought it left like half the ship behind. I was mad. But lucky for you. No, what the fuck?
Yeah, lucky for us. Carry on, lucky for us.
I keep the computer. I don't know how to run Roll20.
there's a team of priests on the other side of the door waiting to heal us.
Yeah. He's got so it's a continuation. This is the room. Right?
Okay.
What's that?
It's Freya on the other side of the door, ready to rescue.
Nothing quite that nice. It's a continuation of the workshop, so it's got a similar sort of setup, right, with like tables and bookshelves and lab equipment and everything. But here's the part that's really weird. He was working on something. You remember that door that was missing earlier?
Mm-hmm.
He's got it up on a dais in the center of the room. No, fucker.
Yeah, like he's putting spells or words on it, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's got it up on the dais in the middle of the room, and there's all these gemstones that have been placed inside of it, right? And then there's just this like ambient electricity, right? Just this loose bolt of lightning that's dancing in between each and every one of them, and the door handle itself is glowing. Like I did not make this up. This is exactly what was going on back there in the beginning. The door was missing before. You can all attest.
Make it up. You made all of it up.
No, I didn't make shit up, man. I just discovered this story.
Oh man.
In this imaginary world.
So that was Winifred's turn. So it's my. So if it's my initiative, I lose a hit point, right? And that is it. I am on -10. So next round, I'm dead.
Next one, you. Yeah. Yeah, I can't find a good doorway, so we'll just use that.
Can we heal him or anything?
No, so I use bless and then command. I'm only allowed 2 in a day.
Oh no.
Didn't we have a healing potion somewhere though?
I don't think I do. Let me look at my character sheet desperately. I can't do anything with it. I'm unconscious. No, I don't have any healing potions. Jeez. There's some sewing needles, a flask of burning oil.
If only.
A jeweled hand mirror that I stole from a guy from this guy's house. I've got his mirror that I stole from his house, but no, I ain't got a healing potion.
This is good. All right. Oh shoot! I closed the initiative tracker. Sorry. The alligator. Well, let's just go ahead and roll. Let's see if it gets Elmet in one turn, or if Elmet has got some moves.
Oh my god!
Move, buddy, move!
Stays alive and dies a horrible death.
Imagine he survives this goof. He's gonna hate you.
He does not. Yeah, in very quick order, right? I think it like hits him once, and he's just like ah, right, and then it just like death rolls, grabs him up, and just drags him under the water, and you don't even hear a scream. It's just a splash, just one bloop, and he's gone.
Oh.
Okay. Alicia gets to move now, right?
Yeah.
While he's under?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I am in that room.
Yeah, you're hauling, right? So as you crest around this corner, right? Like same thing, dude. Deep magic, powerful magic. Whatever this dude was doing with his door, right? He's got this door just with all this magic shit going on it, and everybody. True. At least it was quick.
Yep. I'm just thinking that.
Everybody's in the room.
Quicker than mine.
Can I use the sewing kit from Rx's inventory and my healing proficiency to
Do a little sewing?
Stop his bleeding and become some mad surgeon with amazing skills.
I mean, I think that is extremely unlikely, but you always have a
I
shot.
think the healing proficiency is enough to stop me from dying anyway.
Is it?
Enough to stop me from bleeding out, I think so, yeah. I think because you can heal 1 or 2 hit points with it.
Let's see. Let's take a quick peek, because it's pretty important.
Well, as soon as you go negative hit points, everything's homebrew, mate. It's up to you.
True, but I just want to hear what it says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So... non-weapon proficiency, 52.
Can't believe I'm gonna die. Save me, bro.
I'm gonna try.
Is it called healing? Is that what the non-weapon proficiency is called?
Yeah, it's under priest.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I have it up as well.
Oh yeah, if you just want to paste it or whatever.
Excuse me.
It's a long ass thing, so 1 second.
Yeah.
No,
No, this is definitely possible. So you're gonna do a healing check. With your needle and thread at the ready, right? It's going to increase your chance by 1. You want to roll low on these.
Please,
Alright, I
Freya.
put it in the Discord.
Please, Freya.
Yeah, you want the number or less.
So it goes. I imagine it goes off wisdom.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see what your wisdom is, Winnie.
I get a +2 on it, I think.
Oh, that's definitely not you. You get a +2 already.
Yeah, so it's listed out in my non-weapon proficiencies.
Okay, so you actually have a really good shot of doing this, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a button for
so
it.
17 normal, 18 or lower on a d20, and you'll get RX a couple hit points at least.
Yes.
Nice. Nicely done.
That was last
You-
resort. That was fail that roll and I was dead, eh?
So you can go ahead and roll a d3, and that's how many hit points you get. Yeah, nice. So we're obviously bending a few rules. It actually specifically says, oh no, I guess it just says no more hit points can be restored than were lost in the previous round, but not specifically it can only be done the next round. But okay, cool. So he's up. He's conscious, right?
Nah, because that would only put me to -7. So that I would say even
I see what you're saying.
I would say even at being generous, that stops me from bleeding out and dying.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Even
I'm
that's
down with
generous, I think.
Yeah.
So I can't remember now, when does Maverick get his point back? Tomorrow?
Well, Winnie can try healing him up too. You know.
Would I make the same check?
On your next turn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did Lorik do during this whole thing?
Well, he's about to come in.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, because he pretty much goes when you do, Alicia. So he steps in, right? And he's just like, I didn't bring you here. I didn't want you here. This is ridiculous. What's your plan? Just come here and die in front of me? How many more people are you going to kill?
Oh my god, I think 1's enough. He was only 15.
It was just a little boy,
I
man.
said I was sorry.
Yeah. And so he's got that interposing hand going, right? And that's a hand now.
I used to think you were,
And
I used to think you were wholesome, Dave.
what's that?
I used to think you were wholesome, and then you killed a 15-year-old boy. Jeez.
I didn't kill shit.
That's what I always
And
say.
he begins casting a spell. He's doing a complicated magical spell right now. So, Alicia, Winnie, what are you doing?
If he's doing a spell, can I attack him?
You can. Are you sure you want to, though?
Dave, you scare the shit out of me.
Why?
Because I'm scared of every move I make.
He doesn't ask me, are you sure you want to attack him? He just lets me make the stupid mistakes. See, he doesn't want to die. See,
Well, you were playing the bard. I thought it seemed reasonable. So here's the thing I'll say. Given the situation you've got, you bought yourselves a moment to get by this alligator. This guy is currently tied up casting a spell that you don't want to be here for when the spell goes off. Now, to be clear, yes, you could. You could run and attack him, and you might disrupt his spell, which would be good. You might even kill him. Alternatively, I did subtly hint at the existence of a possibly magical doorway, which is currently a gate that leads somewhere.
Clearly too subtly.
Okay.
So the party has options. If you go through that door, I don't know where you're going. I don't know that you want to be there. But if you stay here, you do have to fight a massive alligator that's killed half your party. Actually, more than half your party.
The best half.
But the original premise from Rx was if he kills Lorik, then the gator stops defending. But we probably pissed him off so much that it's natural instinct.
Alex is an idiot. And almost died. You're forgetting about that.
Okay, guys, do we go through the door?
Yeah, please.
We're gonna go through the magic door. Winnie, what do you think?
It's up to you guys. I'm unconscious.
Personally, I think if we go through that door, I'm wiped out of spells, and we have 2 people down. So we don't know where the hell we're going.
So the other option is, depending on if the gator is still down, do we put Rx on Maverick? Because Maverick's only down 1 hit point. Do we put Rx on Maverick, and do we bolt our little butts back to, how do I get this back to the here?
You can't put me on the dog. If the dog's on -1, the dog is like bleeding out and dying, eh? The dog's not conscious. It can't do anything, eh?
Right, I haven't healed it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we would need to, because Dave, you said that this guy is doing some like verbal and somatic kind of.
Yeah, he's currently he's doing a thing.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can interrupt his spell casting, then we might be able to gain a couple of things from that. We can interrupt his spell, whatever it is. We can still get information from him, and then he's the trainer of the Crocs, so we could potentially escape out of here, without any issue later, depending on what we do with him, I guess.
How do you distract somebody who's casting a spell?
Well, they can't complete it if they can't complete one of the requirements for it. So if it's a verbal, you can cut his throat. So he can,
I was thinking like a silent spell, yeah, but cut his throat, yeah. What the fuck happened to you guys this week? You've changed. You've changed.
Emotions.
I think when I crit you, they decided it was go time.
Yeah, like the gloves are off, eh?
So then I should just, like I said, go back to the original of attack him.
I mean, it's up to you.
But you're saying not kill him, though.
It's
His throat, he's dead.
It's your move. I mean, if we kill him, we'll find a way out of here. It's just we need more time right now. We can't really go through the door.
I just wasn't sure if it requires hand motions that I can restrain him, as opposed to hurt him.
The simplest way to put it is you are before him in the initiative order. If your attack hits, his spell fails, whatever he's casting.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I was.
That's what I don't know about this.
That's what I was looking to check. Does it just wholesale fail regardless, or does he get to check?
No, it's cool.
It just wholesale fails.
If you hit him, yeah. If you hit him, he takes damage.
Right.
Yeah. It just
Cool.
he loses it as well. He can't then cast it. It's gone from his list of what he can cast as well. He completely loses.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Fucking get him, Alicia. Kill him. Cut his fucking head
Wait,
off.
I'm going.
Yes.
We just hear gargles from.
Attack his little button. What do I roll?
I'm lying.
What's
there,
your
just, but
what's your thaco?
I've got like a twitch in my eye, like I'm winking at you.
I got too many windows open.
There's the right one.
My thaco's 19.
All right, so his AC is 4.
So what do I roll?
So if you're actually in your character sheet, because I keep messing up the math on today. So if you click your weapon, if you click,
The hit button.
would you say you were using the battle axe? Yeah, the hit button on the first one there. It should just roll and
Do
it'll
you
tell
want to
you.
modify this?
You don't have a modifier.
Yeah, you do. You've got +1 to hit from Bless.
Oh, correct.
Put it on at the end on miscellaneous modifier.
Yep, forgot about that.
Oh, sorry, I hit the miss.
Oh!
You hit him. So you hit him, so he drops his spell. My goodness.
Yes.
And then you'll do the damage of the D8. Does Bless do damage too, or just a hit?
Just on to hit and
Okay, so you're doing a D8 damage to him as well. Nice. Okay,
nice,
so
nice,
put a little damage on him. Waste his spell.
Yes. So whatever.
Yeah, this is the part that I don't know of the game, so.
Well, yeah, well, whatever he was casting now, he's lost his whole initiative. He doesn't get to change and do an attack or something now. That's him for that round. He doesn't get to do anything. You just fucking lost.
Well, he
him
was
the whole round.
he was already casting from the last round, so when his turn comes up, he's gonna do something different.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because it was just slowed down
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the spell casting.
But yeah, you fucked his spell though.
Yeah.
My turn. I do.
So Rx is stable. The alligator. That's the last round. It's gonna be eating Elmet,
Wouldn't take him long.
right?
I mean, he was only 15. Probably not much meat on his bones.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No,
That was a big fucking alligator.
Yeah. Oh, because I didn't end up. Oh no, I did put him on. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So when his turn is back up again, he's going to reassign the Bigby's interposing hand to put it on Alicia.
That fucking Bigby adult. I never liked him. Like.
So it sets his new AC to 0.
What?
Bigby's interposing hand sets his AC to 0.
Well, 'cause he's using it as an armor.
No, that's just what it does.
Oh.
Because it gets in the way.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It acts as a defense.
Yeah, and I think it just moves him straight 10 feet away.
Oh, interposing hand. Yeah. Got you. I love the named spells.
Oh, okay, I see what. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so he reassigns that, and then he's going to. I mean, he's got to fire off another spell. Yeah, so with a better AC, he's just going to continue casting. So, Winnie, you're up.
Ooh.
Do we heal Maverick to bring him back to health?
Yeah, I can, but then that's my turn, and we have to do something before whatever he's casting.
That's true.
Well, yeah, but Alicia's going to get that chance again.
Right. Okay, I will do my healing check. Oh, God!
Oh no. Hey, look, you saved me. That is more important than the dog. Let's be real.
Can we hold movement? Or
I'm
is
not
that
sure.
considered an action?
I would say you should move wherever you want to move.
Oh, God. I will move closer to the door, and I don't know that I can drag Maverick since my action was healing.
Yeah, I'm fine with you dragging him with you if you want.
Okay.
All right, so Rx doesn't do anything. I'm going to pull one of these Rx's off. The alligator begins coming back towards the door, although it cannot fit in, so it just smashes against the wall once.
Good.
And tries to break it down. Alicia, you are going to get to go, so you can interpose and mess with his spell casting again. You can address the alligator outside. Whatever you're feeling.
I think I need to stop Lorix.
Okay.
Get him.
So he is harder to hit now. He has assigned his interposing hand on you.
So I still do the same hit on my battle axe?
Yeah.
Yes, except it is just harder to hit.
+1.
Right, and you still get the +1.
Oh.
So close.
Oh. Did you add the +1 into that? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that is so close. You rolled a 17. You needed an 18, and you rolled a 17. Unlucky.
So I will say, you've got that. You got that day point if this is really the thing you want to do.
Use it as a +1.
Sorry, what was that, Oliver?
He's offering you your Dave point as a +1 on that attack to make it a hit.
Which would then take Lorik out of his spell.
It would stop it. Yeah, it would do damage and it would stop his spell casting again. Aye.
Yeah, if that's the thing.
I think I need to use it because I think we're dead if I don't.
You think? I'm fucking sure.
So, Dave?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You hit him.
Yes.
There we go. The fates turn just ever so slightly in your favor, right? You find that extra life and drive it down through that interposing hand and manage to, catch his shoulder or his side or something. He screams out in pain and one spell ruined. What's up?
Apparently I'm quiet again. I'll just stay really close to the
Do I
mic.
need to do a damage one or no?
Yep, you want to do another D8. Right? It's like, I am not messing around. This creature of mine will bring the entire room down on.
So tell him to stop!
He looks at you, says, no. All right, so once again, his spell is ruined. I do see what you were saying, Oliver. I think the issue is I was not readdressing the initiative order at the beginning of every round, right?
Oh,
like
really?
we shall be declaring what we're doing. I was taking his base
Yeah.
and then adding the spell to it every time, and I think that's kind of what messed up. So what I did was just made sure that Alicia could, mess with his spell before, right? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I kind of see which is like he could technically just go for a really fast spell and try and beat out the fighter with a big weapon kind of thing. But I'm really as much as there's a giant alligator trying to eat, I'm not trying to do the full court press on this. So his spell fails. Winifred, what's the plan?
I'm gonna run up to him and try and grapple him.
Okay. I do not know the second edition grapple rules, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, mate. I hate the second edition grapple rules. Roll a d20 first. See, what I do when I don't know the rules is just roll the d20 first. If it's high, you've got to work it out. If it's really low, you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah. I do that a lot too. Like, well, let's see the die roll before we bother.
Like, if
So-
it's really low, you're not even going to have to work it out. It's a miss.
It's high!
That's...
Okay, it's very high.
Yeah, that's... Well, but his armor class is 0.
But it's only for the person he's assigned it to.
That's it. That's gonna grapple him.
I mean, I need to check the rules because I have no clue. Because grappling is the worst thing that D&D ever invented.
I hate the grappling and the punching rules, man. Nah, they're not the worst. They're psionics. I just kick that the fuck out the game. I don't even have it. That's the worst rules. Grappling and punching are a pain in the ass, but yes, nice move. That's a way to stop him casting spells.
Would it be overbearing in this one?
Yeah, that's what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Or is it wrestling?
Wrestling.
Fucking pile driver.
So Sorry, I'm just looking up the rules really quick.
No, you're good. It says for wrestling, a hold is broken by a throw, a gouge, the assistance of another person, or the successful use of a weapon. And all of them inflict 1 point of damage plus the strength bonus, and a headlock held for 6 rounds would inflict 21 points of damage total.
Do you see what you did to us? So it looks like if the attack succeeded, which it did, the opponent is pulled down, and you can pin him for a further successful overbearing attack each round. So you're going to have to do it again, but right now he's knocked prone.
Okay.
And, multiple people can pile in on this and give you additional. So if Alicia also tries to hold him down, you'll get an extra +1.
I mean,
test.
What are you doing, Stinky? Okay, so what's going to happen here is he's once again going to try and just fire off a pretty big spell, hoping that you don't drop him, because, like, it's pretty much all over if you get him back.
Is he able to do that while he's held down?
You're gonna. It's basically going to come down to if you succeed again or not. Because right now he's not restrained in any strictest sense. He's just prone, which, as far as I'm aware, doesn't impose any penalty to his spell casting. So it'll just come right down to a roll that you make, whether you actually tie him up or if he gets his spell off.
Okay.
So, question: if he's prone, is that a disadvantage?
yeah, you'd think so. He has less leverage to fight us.
Like an advantage for an attack roll? So if like Goose character tried to like kick him or something to do that.
I don't know about that. I say the only thing I see is if multiple people try and help pin him down, you get a bonus. That's the only thing I'm seeing.
I can't do nothing.
I know. And then, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that Maverick is still bleeding out. So he's at about -4 or 5 right now.
The bless spell lasts only 6 rounds or something as well, remember.
Okay, so, I mean, they're going to get it for this last, but I think, then that's the end.
I think it's 6 rounds. That's just from memory.
What Brew put in our chat doesn't actually say how many rounds it lasts for.
It's 6, I think.
I think it's 6. That's from memory, just from seeing it so much.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Duration 6 rounds, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to actually roll this time, see if the alligator breaks through the wall.
A what? What?
If the alligator breaks through the wall. Okay, he does not. He slams against the wall again. The whole room is buckling, though it has not given up yet. So, Alicia, you have a choice. You can either attack him in melee, or you can add to Brew's trying to just tie him up and get him to just stop casting spells altogether. So if you... Oh, sorry.
Well, I think helping Brew, like, he's down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that having an extra set of hands to help her do what she's doing, I think, is probably more effective than me trying to hit him with the battle axe again.
Yeah, I'm down with whatever you guys are feeling. Like, one way or the other, this is gonna split it. Next round, the alligator's almost certainly to get through. This is, I think, the last round. Your bless is going off. Maverick's getting pretty low as well. And like, if Winnie can tie him up, he's tied up. You know what I mean? Like, she got him. So where you've been stopping him every round again and again and doing some damage, she's just gonna get his hands gripped, right, and restrained behind his back, so he's just done with spell casting. So
yeah, I think stopping him, because perpetually it's not going to work if I keep bashing on him, because the alligator's going to come in. So Winnie, whatever you need me to do, I'm yours.
So, quick question though. So after my turn is the alligator's turn, and it's literally probably gonna come crumbling down at that point. So
It has a chance next round. The round afterward, it's through.
okay.
Yeah. So normally he would go, and then you would be back at the start of the order. Alicia's going to do whatever she does, whether it helps you or attacks. You're going to make your second roll before his spell goes off, so you're going to have a chance to stop him. If you can succeed again, he doesn't cast any more spells.
Okay.
So it's all on your roll or yours and Alicia's roll. It depends.
Well,
And it sounds like Alicia's thrown in with you.
Come on, guys.
So you're going to end up with a +2 because I think you get the bless and then Alicia's help.
so roll 1d20 plus 2.
1d20 +2, yeah. Crap, now I gotta do the math on that.
What's his armor class?
I don't know that that's gonna be enough though, because he's got an AC 4.
But he's already held. Does it remain 4, or is it?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if you see something about it, when I was reading bearing rules, it didn't.
Nah,
It just seemed to say
I don't.
you have to do it
I
twice.
don't think how many. It doesn't matter how many things I think of. I don't think that 10's going to be a hitter.
That's kind of where I was at, but
Yeah. We're level 1 and 2. That 10 is not going to be a hit. Not if his armor class is
So-
4.
yeah. So he finishes his spell, right? And he just goes right like a snake, and pouring out of his mouth, his nose, corners of his eyes, his ears comes this noxious yellow-green poison that fills the entire room.
Uh-oh.
So toxic as to slay any creature with fewer than 4+1 hit dice.
Oh. So everybody except Crocodile dies.
Yeah. And him.
And him.
And him.
Oh my god. Did he just suicide bomb us?
Yeah.
Rip all of us? Well shit.
Yeah.
Well shit. We're all dead.
And just one by one.
This is a very short campaign for D&D, I guess.
Oh.
Similar
It's actually-
It was fucking good. I can't wait for the next one.
Actually average, interestingly enough.
Hey, it was fucking fun. I can't wait for the next one. Jeez.
I mean, yeah, this is a very tough room.
Yeah. Oh.
I figured there'd be a little more conversation.
Hey, if we all died, man.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with something else, mate. Oh, that's brilliant. I can't believe it. TPK.
Yeah, he actually does have to roll, so let me see his roll is. He has, because he's over 6 hit dice,
So
but he just
he
has
has
to
a
roll
saving
a
throw.
straight. Yeah, he has to
We
roll a
don't.
straight poison, or he takes it as well.
Oh my.
So I have like exceptional resistance to toxic substances. So does that play any role in this?
Oh please.
I don't think so, because this is just very potent magic.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, he was he was playing for keeps, man. You guys broke into his inner sanctum.
Yep. Hey, that was fun. If that's it, that's it. And it was fucking fun, like. Oh man.
Oh, what about Snorri, man? We could have had like
I
children.
know, there was going to be a wedding and everything.
Yeah. It was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
Rip us.
Rip everybody.
Can't believe we all died. Besides that alligator, of course we all fucking died. Look at that. Oh, the guy suicide bombed us. Suicide poison gas, eh?
Oh, what a shit.
Did
He
he?
does, he makes it.
He made the save, so he doesn't die.
He made the save, yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
him and the fucking
So-
alligator.
Room is fixated, right? Well, the camera's outside the room. The alligator just stopped moving, right? It's just slammed once against the wall and then stopped. And there's just the smoke, that orange yellow, right? Smoke just pouring out of the room. and he just like comes out hacking, right? Eyes bloodshot and red on weak limbs, right? And he just like takes a couple steps, falls, starts crawling, and he's going to reach for his alligator and try and pet its head. And like 20 of the elven guards come storming in through the top of that doorway, right? At the very top where all the ducks were jumping off of. All of them have bows, and they're just looking down, staring at this massive alligator in this bloody scene. And the episode cuts away as Secundus just yells, "Fire!" Right? And all the arrows are released.
Where were these bitches? Like,
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
where were they?
Hey, wait,
10
don't worry,
seconds
everything
ago.
down.
Think so? No.
Yeah! not today! Not today!